Sanbonani molweni dumelang goeienaand. A warm and heartfelt welcome to the highly anticipated Zlto version 4. Tonight is the night that we've all been waiting for, and we are so excited to have you join us for the Zlto version 4 event. Tonight, we look forward to sharing and taking you on an extraordinary journey of Zlto, the milestones we have achieved, and so much more. So sit back, relax, and get ready to embark on a memorable experience.
Growing up on the Cape Flats, youth unemployment is a huge problem. Many people feel like they have no choice and get stuck in the belief that there is no alternative. And for a long time, that's what I thought. Sometimes you just need a new perspective to shape the way you think.
I have the privilege of being here today, okay, with you guys. And I always believe that we actually a very privileged community. Us being from the Cape Flats. We've got the privilege of suffering. And the reason I'm saying we got the privilege of suffering is because when we suffer, we learn to overcome. So they literally tell us, that youth unemployment over 50% and youth are lazy, they don't want to work. And all of you traveled from your homes to just be here today because you want to work. And that's the reason that we introduced Zlto. So a young person can go out and volunteer, which many of you have in your community. And because you guys are earning Zlto, you can now buy things that you need.
Since Zlto is a web app, it removes many barriers for our users, making it easy to access on entry-level smartphones.
Hello. How are you doing today? You good? I'm well.
When I got pregnant, I had to leave my old job. I couldn't find work and I didn't know what to do.
Hello, Frida.
Hello, Maisy.
Zlto helped me find something new that's much better fit for me. With the points I earn, I can now provide for my family while building a career for myself.
One, two, one, two. I was brought up with the belief that we should always serve others. As a youth leader and deacon at my church, I'm all about building a better community for my sister, so she never has to settle for less. The web is the ideal solution, as Zlto can be accessed anywhere on any device, and it's amazing to see it help people in many different ways.
I'm very passionate about volunteering as a tutor and giving back to my community.
Your eye effective and so forth.
Right now, there is a lack of resources with the kids having to share calculators and textbooks.
So now let's start this side and go that side.
I've been able to buy materials for the young people using the Zlto I've earned to help them improve in their studies.
Once you take responsibility for your life, that's when things start to change. At Zlto, we're going to invest not just in the lives of young people, but in the beliefs of young people. And we're going to trust them to solve the problem that they want to solve. It's important for us to make sure that people don't lose their dignity because of their circumstance. That they understand that if they put in effort, the effort will be rewarded.
Zlto version 4. What a milestone. With every milestone, there is a timeline of significant events that contributed to this extraordinary achievement. But it all started in the year 2014, where we had our proof of concept and leading to our first client, Ikamva Youth. In 2016, we launched public beta and collaborated with MasterCard Foundation. ShopRite partnered with us as a vendor. We were featured as Young Youth-led Initiative Ashoka, and we were named Seed Star Africa Finalist 2017. In 2018, we passed 1 million transactions we had launched of decentralized evaluation using smart contracts, and we won the Google Impact Challenge of South Africa. The following year, we launched our first data-free version. partnered with UNICEF, and we passed 1 million beneficiaries and launched in Tanzania. In 2020, we won the UNICEF and Big Think Challenge.
So many milestones in just a few years. And it doesn't stop there, because as I continue, in the same year, 2020, we launched in Nigeria, as well as launching our Zlto for Business platform, and not forgetting the 2 million beneficiaries we have impacted through volunteering. In 2021, we officially registered as an NPC, which actually makes us 2 years old this month. We also supported over 100 SMEs through the Zlto for Business platform and built more than 3,000 tippy taps in partnership with UNICEF. In 2022, we got recognized by the United Nations Development Programme and became a web-based tracking system for the Department of Science and Innovation Program. Between the year 2022 and 2023, we've reached more than 500,000 members, or rather, let me say volunteers, onto the platform, which is like a great impact it did for Zlto. In the very same year, we managed to open our physical offices in Nigeria. And I mean, how can we not mention our very own CEO, Ellen van der Meulen, who has been recognized by the Mandela Washington Fellowship. And I mean, how can I forget our very own COO, Senzo Masumpa, who also represented us so well in Parliament. And I mean, last but not least, we are now currently launching our version 4 of Zlto app. And I mean, it is happening right now. So guys, with that being said, that was our journey so far. Thank you.
Here, no money ever changes hands, but nothing is for free. People pay for their meals and refreshments with a virtual currency called Zlatos. Many of these young people are unemployed, and some of them even homeless. They earn Zlatos that are credited to their digital wallets by attending free ICT courses. Zlatos can be used in the online store to buy groceries, airtime, train tickets, haircuts, and snacks at the youth cafe.
I would like to personally thank you, because my family used your app during coronavirus. It helped a lot, because my father was not working at that time, and a lot of our family members used it, and I'm very grateful that I get to meet you.
Yeah, no, I think this is absolutely amazing to hear. I think it speaks to the work that can be done when we are given, young people are given an opportunity to share their ideas and given the platform. And yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, my brother. And we aim to support many other young people out there and families. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zlto.
Thank you, Zlto. It's a really amazing app and it's helping the youth.
Hello everyone, my name is Apiwe Anabiana. I'm working at the design department in Zlto as a user experience designer. A fun fact about me is that I love watching riddles and solving them online.
Hi everyone, I'm Cole Adams. I work in the reviews department and I also create microtasks, surveys, nano courses, and learning modules on the platform as well. And my fun fact, I love coffee tasting.
Hello everyone, my name is Tasneem Iqbal Clayton and I work within the partnerships department of Zlto. A fun fact about me is that I love laughing and I feel that it is contagious.
Hi everyone, I'm Colita Bezerinot and I work in the partnerships department of Zlto. One fun fact about me, I enjoy going to the pools in the summer and don't like getting burned by the sun.
Hello everyone, my name is Nikita Laya and I work within the user support department. A fun fact about me is that I love watching romantic comedy movies.
Hi everyone, my name is Zinzi Majombozi and I work in the procurement department. One fun fact about me, I think it's watching movies that are mostly based on FBI, police, and all those types.
Hi everyone, I'm Zianda Ndo and I'm working in the media and communications department. And a fun fact about me is that you always see me laughing and I also enjoy making people laugh.
Hi everyone, I'm Michaela Collison. I'm part of the Zlto executive team and fun fact about me is I'm scared of kittens.
Hello everyone, I'm David. I'm one of the Zlto developers, and one fun fact about me is that I like mobile gaming.
Hi everyone, I'm Keisha Koopman. I'm the product manager at Zlto. One fun fact about me is that I love going to the beach with toes in the sand, but I suffer from thalassophobia syndrome.
Hi, my name is Alan van der Millen. I'm part of the Zlto executive team. One fun fact about me is I'm a real nerd. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all nerdy things, and I still love playing with toys. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rabian Bukis and I am the operations manager at Zlto. And one fun fact about me is that I enjoy laughing and I also enjoy playing video games.
Hi everyone, my name is Senzo Masumpa. I'm also part of the executive team at Zlto. Fun fact about me, I support Manchester City, which is the best team in England. And now you have officially met everyone in the team. It's time to look back on more memories with Zlto.
To introduce myself, I'm Mother Maureen from P96 Blakkiesdorp. The reason why I wrote this letter to thank you for encouraging, motivating and empowering the youth. At first, Edwina didn't feel like there's a future. She had very much stress. She almost died of anxiety attacks and once even thought of suicide. I didn't know what to do. I went to see clinics to help her, but got to a dark end.
Okay, here we go. Zlto
is a digital rewards platform. Zlto allows you to access basic necessities in life, access to transport, healthcare, all by doing things for others within your community.
You can actually buy food on Zlto and then you can actually take it home and give it to your family.
I'm gonna pay with the Zlto.
Now I notice that there's a change in my daughter. She smiles again. She is now much more responsible and certain about her future.
That's the ultimate dream, is to see lives change, peoples change, communities change.
I mean, it's always amazing to just look back on the last couple of years. It's crazy to think that there's so much people that was affected by the work we're doing, and too often we don't spend a lot of time reflecting. So with that being said, for the longest time, we believe that, giving is greater and everyone should be able to give back to the communities that they serve. Because once you give back and you become an active citizen in your community, you can actually start to make change. Because too often we just wait for the government, or we wait for our family, but because you there, you can do something about it. So for years, we've been telling people that giving is greater. We also started to think about what is our mission and what is our vision for Zlto. And we've landed on the fact that we want to be able to change the world one good deed at a time and create a world where everyone can do good. Because no matter what your poverty status is, no matter your employability status, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, you possess the ability to do good. And we also realize that sometimes we don't often capture the good we have been able to do. So with Zlto, for this next phase that we enter, we want to create a world where everyone can do good and then change the world one good deed at a time.
As Zlto, we are also guided by the values that we uphold, and this helps us in every decision that we make as an entity, whether we're dealing with our community, whether we're dealing with our people on the app, whether we're dealing with like the other organization that we're working with. These are some of the values that we believe and strive to portray in everything that we do. First one, we believe in being visionary. So this is basically about a strong vision for the future as in everything that we do. And equality, it's very important that we all treat everyone with equal treatment. It doesn't matter who we engage with, whether it's someone from the community to the highest person in any office. We believe in treating everyone equally. Continuous learning, we believe that no one has all the answers to anything that we're doing. Therefore, it's always important to be open-minded and be willing to take feedback and learn from every decision or encounter that you go through. Honesty, that is not just the best policy, but it's a core business practice that we always want to be live by and always be transparent, trustworthy in every manner that we conduct ourselves. The last two is Ubuntu. We are always guided by the belief that we are because everyone is. There's no, my success should be always someone else's successes in everything that we do. And lastly, and this is very important to us, it's fun. In everything that we do, we always want to reflect fun and we want to create a fun environment for anyone to be around us. And those were the values that we believe by.
Yeah. And the thing with being around for so long is there's a lot of people that joined at different phases of our journey. When we went through the timeline, there's people that joined when we were just doing the concept at the Youth Cafe time, and I'm a member of the Youth Cafe, and we heard about Zlto through Art Labs. Then there's people that joined during COVID, and they were part of our Essentials campaign. We also found a lot of people sometimes think that Zlto was just a place where you can do surveys, or a place where you can do nano courses, or a place where you can just come and get vouchers like for food and electricity. And actually it is all of the above, but for tonight we also want to clarify what our actual mission is and what we're trying to do. We started to look at what are the factors preventing people from finding work? And we found that people either don't have skills, they don't have experience, they don't often have money to find work. So you can have skills and experience, but not have money to get to the interview and you don't get the job. You can have money for the interview, but no experience and you don't get the job. And you need to solve everything at the same time. So what Zlto wants to do is we want to allow people to go out and gain the skills and experience through volunteering and be able to track the work that they've done on what we call an impact CV so that they can share it with a prospective employer. And we also know how things go in the community. You have to know someone that can help you get the connect. Like they say in our communities, you have a connection with a job. But if you're from a place where your whole family is not working, how do you build that connections? But if you go and volunteer your time at a small business and you do their admin work, for example, 10 to 1, when they have money to pay you, that you will be the first person they think about. But sometimes our young people, we go for an opportunity and we say, look, hire me. And they ask, so like, what were you doing? I see there's a gap in your CV. What were you doing in that time? We just say, nah, I was at home. But with Zlto, we want to pad your CV with volunteer activities so that when someone looks for a young person to do work, they must choose you. So Zlto is not just a place where you can come and do surveys and just access things for free. So we want people to work for everything that they have, no more handouts. So if you want to go out and eat today, you can volunteer on Zlto. If you want to have electricity in your home, you can purchase that with your Zlto. Every excuse that the young person has, our aim is to eliminate that excuse so you can only go and sit with your thoughts and go, up to me, I can do everything I want to do.
And through that, we have built a number of services in order to cater for the community that we serve. The first journey started with the Zlto for Community platform, which is where a lot of people are familiar with. That's where people can register on the platform and go out and volunteer, as Ellen mentioned. Through that, like people can build like impact CV in addition to just buying from the store, from the Zlto that you accumulate. You can learn from nano courses that are also on the platform and just get to become to be able to equip yourself and become a better human being in general. And the second part of the offering, we then like started to see how can we track this impact that communities and people on the ground are making so that we can make enough noise about it to other people out there, people that don't believe in communities such as Jabulani in Soweto, like that people can do good, or whether you're looking at like Nigeria in Lagos, we want to show people everywhere in the world people can do good from any community when they are given the tools. So our dashboard then allows each person that sign up to contribute to the overall numbers in terms of like the impact. They are able to track the number of hours of work that are being done on the ground, people that are being impacted through work that is being done by volunteering activities and other activities on the platform. We are also able to tell the type of skills that people are gaining from every activity that they're doing on the platform, whether it's like people learn about teamwork or communication, whether they learn about like just taking initiative, and all of these are tracked via our dashboard through SDG goals as well. And organization can then use this impact to be able to report back to their funders through the use of the Zlto platform. We then started to see, in order for us to tackle youth unemployment, it's important to also empower small businesses on the ground. That's where we come up with the idea of like Zlto for Business. Zlto Business is also a tool that seeks to incentivize entrepreneurs as they move from a journey of like being an informal idea business to a business that's ready for investment. So the idea is that entrepreneurs can showcase the journey that they are going through, whether we celebrate a milestone by someone just creating a Facebook page on the platform, they can upload on Zlto for Biz. Once it's verified, then they can do that. Whether you work on your marketing plan or you do your financial statements and upload it on the Zlto for Biz platform. So entrepreneurs can then go from this journey of like having a business to a business that has all the compliant document that they need in order for them to receive any type of investment that is out there. And then same applies to the Zlto for Biz platform. Entrepreneurs are also can showcase be able to buy from other entrepreneurs within the ecosystem. And here we're trying to create a shared economy where one entrepreneur that has, for example, a photography business can buy from a graphic designer for someone to do a business logo. You buy accounting services from another entrepreneur that's in the ecosystem. In this way, we create a value exchange for services. And then we then went on to also do Zlto API integrations. And this is where we are able to plug into other third-party apps that are out there. And this has been something that has been quite useful in terms of not duplicating apps out there. So if there's a partnership with other organizations that already have an app and they want to integrate some of like the Zlto services, whether it's like nano courses, the marketplace, or microtask, or the peer reviewing, anything can be integrated to third-party apps through the use of APIs. this has allowed us to really partner with other apps out there and encourage the whole idea of collaboration rather than competing with one another. And yeah, those were some of like the main thing. And we just thought we should take the time to reflect back on like what Zlto is, misconception. But I'm sure everyone that's watching has one main key question on this side. When can we see the demo, and like when can we now see the new platform that Zlto has been working on?
And also like the approach we've taken now is we wanted to first start with like what are the core functionalities that we want people to do. Again, with the misconceptions, people sometimes are just waiting for the next survey to do because they want to earn Zlto, or just waiting for the next course that they can do quickly. So we started launching with our micro task feature, a microtask service, as well as our do good self-initiated activity service. Because people often ask us, look, when are you adding more tasks? Can you give me more suggestions of things that I can do in order to volunteer? But again, we're telling young people, look, go out and find your own opportunity. Because in your road, there might be litter. You can pick that up and you can just tell us, and then we'll issue you Zlto as long as your verification checks out. We'll also speak a bit more about our verification in the demo. But so for version 4, we're launching with obviously our stores, because now users love to be able to buy things from the stores. So we're launching with a couple of stores. We're launching with microtasks, and we're launching with self-initiated activities, which mean that you can go out and identify your own opportunities in your community. And then just share with us the good that you are doing. And through this, we've seen a lot of people do some crazy things. We had people do like river cleanups. We had even a volunteer help someone build a house. So that's crazy. Like we even had years back, someone was volunteering as an ambulance. He was a paramedic, and he sent us like his qualification. He's like, yeah, I now graduated from this thing. This is like what I'm doing as my career. So we see a lot of people going in and out of these journeys, and they're really using it to the best of their ability. But again, no more suspense. Let's look at version 4.
Yeah, you basically see on the platform that there's like a couple of screens that we're trying to reflect on like what Zlto really is. And then from there, once you've moved away from that, we're going to ask you a couple of things such as your email, cell phone number, name, surname, and all of these things need to be verified by you, like to make sure that this account indeed belongs to you and prevent other people from using your details in an unintended manner. Then we will get to know you better in terms of like the age and like how old you are and like date of birth. And there's a couple of other things such as like ID numbers that was also introduced. And this is mainly to verify people's identity. And it's been unfortunate that in the past we've had people that have tried to cheat the system by creating multiple accounts. So we found that ID number is really the way to go in terms of like making sure people's identities are not stolen or there's no fraudulent activities on the platform.
Exactly. So we also want to make sure that you still have access to your emails, because too often we might have a campaign, or sometimes people would buy hectic items such as like laptops, or they want to buy cell phones, and we just want to get hold of you because we must do your delivery, or sometimes we just want to share with you an update of what's been happening with Zlto. So you see, we're trying to make a point of getting a lot of those things verified so that we can understand exactly who you are, where you're from, and sometimes there might just be a good campaign in your area. For example, we're working with one of our partners, Project Last Mile, and they might have a health campaign in the community of Mitchell's Plain. So it's like, how do we tell people in our communities that they can go and get tested for TB, for HIV, and a lot of these different activities? So we want to make sure that we have the most up-to-date, valid information so that you don't lose out on any opportunities that we have.
And continuing with the details that someone will then verify the OTP, your cell phone number, your email, to make sure that indeed that's your account. You can see the emphasis now is really to ensure that people are logging in with the correct details. Once you are logged into the platform, you will then be able to see the homepage. You will need to create a mobile wallet, which is what you can use to transact on the platform and do a couple of things. Wallet is very important when it comes to that. And then this will be the store section where you see some stores that you can buy from. This will be stores like ShopRite, and you can then click on the item. We're trying to add even things such as checkout to keep up to date with the latest trends. So you can buy things on the platform as you can see on that process, and then there's more things that you can do in order to earn. I think that's the micro task.
Yeah, so we also started like, we wanted to give our users like a couple of tasks so they could just get started with. For example, we want people to not just have to jump on Zlto and go, look, I'm a new user. What am I supposed to do? So we have a list of tasks that will get started, and those tasks could be anything from like, can you exercise at the park? Can you play with your soccer team? Can you go do a community cleanup? Can you go and get a job interview? So we have about 20 at any given time. We have about 20 to 50 different tasks that people can go and do. We also want people to start. We introduce this new concept of like, what is the task of the week? So maybe we want everyone to register for vote. So we have like a task of the week is get registered to vote, and then closer to elections, the task will be actually go out and vote in the elections, because too often we see young people not engaged. We also have different activities where we also want to now show people what is the kind of proof that you must submit. So we have different things like proof examples, like what am I supposed to write? Because someone will ask us, look, I just now volunteered at this place. I helped my neighbor. What am I supposed to write?
Yeah.
So then we can explain on the platform, look, if you are doing a community cleanup, we need like a before and after picture. So we will then have some examples of what are the kind of pictures that you are supposed to take. Maybe a photo of the litter, a photo of you busy picking up the litter, and then just a photo of you with the team and people that have benefit from it. And then you can go and upload that to the platform. Yeah, you want to make sure that sometimes a lot of the photos are not just in a selfie format, and sometimes it's enough. And so you can see sometimes you might just take a photo of where you are. That's a very cool photo. That's my new Instagram profile. So then once you upload your activities, you give us a description, you start typing, and once everything gets submitted, we then have the review section that will then take place. But so you want to write all your responses, or all your earn activities, or all your good deeds in a way that no one, that a stranger can understand what you have written.
And that ties in very nicely with the next section that we go to once someone submits their activities. This is something that we've been working on like previously, and in the close system where we have a group of like top reviewers that we've identified through organization that we've worked with and made them reviewers. So this is when we've been, you might have seen Zlto is using blockchain, and this is the type of blockchain technology that we're using, smart contracts, where every deed that's submitted on the platform can be verified by other top volunteers on the platform. So everyone will need to look at the information and decide based on the information given whether they can approve, flag, or decline the task that you've submitted. And this is something that we're going to open up to the rest of like the Zlto community, regardless of where you are. As long as you are a volunteer and you are a super user on the platform, you will be given the opportunity to help us strengthen the verification process through blockchain. So we've been able to do that and ensure that like the activities that go up on the platform, they get reviewed by the people, the right people on the ground, which is like the reviewers that we have. And there's a system to ensure that we prevent people from exploiting and like approving their friends. So it's a well thought system. In fact, there's a whole paper that's written on blockchain and how we're doing this. And if you're interested, you can just write your email. We're more than happy to send it through to you so that you can have a look and go check it out. And I must say, this is like version 1 of the platform, as Ellen mentioned. So we're launching with just the main services that we have identified as like initial stage. There's a couple of other features that we're hoping to introduce in the future. So you want to stick around and like make sure that you keep up to date with like all the latest trends and like all the things that we'll be doing. We're thinking of doing wallets, but I don't want to reveal too much. You could in future pay with your Zlto, and you can buy Zlto in future. So, but I don't want to reveal too much. It's still work in progress. I'm sure the devs won't be happy with me saying this, but I thought I should just put it out there.
And so now we'll open it up for any questions. If there's people that want to know what's happening, if you want to know how do you get early access, you can add us, you can let us know, and we will then take a couple of questions. So you see there's some questions in the chat at the moment. There's some questions in the chat from Mr. Wajdi Abrams. Where will we find a summary for the new build? Yes, that we'll put on our website some information about what's happening with version 4. Version 4, what is the new features, what are the new services, etc. And we'll make sure that that's live on our platform for you, Wajdi.
Yeah, and then in addition to all the summary, we will also be adding a features that we've spoken about, and you want to make sure that you find that and like keep up to date with the latest and newer things that we're working on. There's also another question from Calvin Ward. The question is that aside from the new version, what's next for Zlto? Any new locations that you are targeting, and will you be incorporating new technologies on the platform? So yeah, Kelvin does touch, the part of the question does touch on like new technologies that we can be working with. So in future, we're hoping to have on the platform, like introduce ways that you can buy Zlto using like your card, and like you'll be able to pay with your Zlto at other outlets and buy Zlto in order to buy vouchers. Because in some instances, people have volunteers, but the item that they want to purchase, whether it's like a laptop or we're doing phones, like you want to use like a shortfall of cash in combination with like your Zlto. And that's one of the new things that we are working on. So uh, stay around. You want to just see how that will unfold. I promise it won't disappoint you. And in terms of like new locations, we're definitely wanting to expand to more locations. I think we mentioned earlier on in one of the videos that we have recently opened our offices in Nigeria. I already saw a couple of comments from our family in Nigeria that are watching. So we want to expand as much as we can. And there's a couple of countries that we have targeted in terms of like growth and going out, in addition to the ones that we're already operating and the technology is being used.
And then we also have another question from Sakani, and it's, will it still be a web-based app? So that's a question that we've been asking ourselves for a long time, and people were going back and forth, and we were asking, where do our users access Zlto? They access it on the browser, but people just like the idea of going to an app store and downloading an app. So we're happy to announce we will be launching at a later stage, like a native version of the Zlto app as well.
Yeah, and then there's another question from Sonapur. Will our organization automatically be put up on this version? So we are in the process of like moving over the new the organization that we're already working on the platform, and any new organization will also be moved over into the new platform that we're working on. And there is a comment that you can put up here if you want to reach out and like you have organizations that are interested in working with us and partnering with Zlto. We have like a team that's more than happy to assist. We more than welcome to collaboration, because that's what we're all about.
And there's another question from Whitney Bezaidenhout. Will the old accounts still work? Yes, we have a whole process in place for migration, so don't worry, your Zlto will transfer. So I got about 17 Zlto in my account, and I'm hoping that it comes over so that I can buy. I can't actually buy it, but I worked hard for that 17.
That's really little. We must do better.
Do better. Yeah, so your accounts will still work. You just have to go through the migration process. So when you sign up, there'll be an option. If you're an existing user, you can migrate your old account. We'll just send you like a one-time pin to either email and your cell phone number, so we can verify it's you. But then everything will be transferred. So that's Marco's question as well, was, will the current Zlto be transferred? So I guess I did that.
Yeah. And then there's also a question from Ashnad asking, if I'm in South Africa but don't have a South African ID number, can I still register? And that's a good question, and that's what we're working on as part of our next build. We're wanting to incorporate like passport numbers, like if you're not in South Africa, and if you are in a country where we're already operational, you can also use your country ID number there, or wherever you are. For example, if you are in Nigeria and Zlto is in Nigeria or Tanzania or Namibia, in some of the countries where we're already working on, you can use your local ID number to verify on the platform. And I must say this because I think this is something that might also be on people's mind, because ID numbers and IDs in general is sensitive information. We are compliant, fully compliant with the POPI Act, and the IDs and ID numbers are only used mainly to verify people's identity, because we've seen people in the past trying to use other accounts and other people's information based on Facebook information. We've discovered that, like, yeah, this is something that's very secure in terms of like identity, and it's again mainly used to verify people's identity and nothing else outside of that.
There's a question from Okang as well. Yeah, so when can we expect Zlto in Lesotho? I like it. There wasn't like are you coming there? So there are talks. Some of the Zlto team will be in Lesotho in the next couple of months, and we'll see what we can do. But I mean, the only preventative measure is we just need a partner on the ground, so like an organization or someone that really understands the community. And Bukang, if you're from Lesotho, you seem to be that person. We just need someone that can help us tailor make Zlto to the people of each country that we go and set up. So yeah, we'll see you soon, bro.
Okay, there's another question for Rabia. The question is, do we have to register again on the Zlto V4 also. So if you are already an existing user on the platform, those are good news for you. You don't have to create another account. Like even if you are an old user that forgot your login details, you're more than happy to DM us, whether it's on WhatsApp, on Facebook, or even on the platform where you saw there's a chat feature where you can chat live with our user support team, and someone can be able to assist you recover your details that you had or you forgot about in terms of like logging in. But there's an option to answer your question, for you to migrate your account from like the old system into like the new system. And for now, we're only gonna open it up to like certain people that are interested for that testing and early access to the version 4. Currently, we only have our staff members there, but we want to open it up after this launch. So if you are interested in being part of that, we'll include a link for you to get early access into the new platform so that you can get feedback and make sure there's nothing that's left out. Everything is functioning before we open it up to the rest of the public. But you will be able to migrate your account from the old system into the new system, and you will have your Zlto there, and everything that you have, your balance, everything will still be kept and stored for you specifically.
And so, another question is, what if users do not have any ID numbers? So the answer to that is, we're using identity document verification as a way, to verify your Zlto account.
Yeah.
But for example, you can still sign up as long as you have an email or a cell phone number, and that will work as normal. And then we just have different stages of verification. So for example, if you just sign up and you verify your cell phone number, you can do a couple of our micro tasks. If you verify your cell phone number and your email, you can do some of our nano courses, some of our surveys. If you verify your cell phone number, your email, and then your ID, you have access to bigger items. For example, you can buy like laptops and cell phones, and just the level of verification and things you have, or the level of things you have access to, depends on your level of verification. But at the end of the day, if you're struggling and you don't have an ID number, it won't prevent you from registering, and our team is standing by to just help you do like a more manual verification. And we understand it's going to be a bit challenging, it's going to be teething, but at the end of the day, we just want everyone to really be able to benefit to the best of their ability.
Yeah, and I think those are some of the questions that you could get to. If we didn't get to your question, please do send us still on our inbox, and we can still chat to you, like, and have like conversation in terms of like any question that's unanswered. So that's all the time that we unfortunately have as far as like the Q&A session, and we're more than happy to again keep the conversation going on our social media and in any way. So this is it for now in terms of like version 4. And again, we wanna stay around and stick around to make sure that you see any other new features that we're adding as far as the platform is concerned. But before you go, there's just a couple of people that we wanna give a shout out to, and we'll hand over to our team to do that too. Like, so stay around just so that you can be part of that experience as well.
Okay, so over the years, there have been a number of vendors on the Zlto platform. However, we would like to take this time to formally thank a few vendors. I would like to start by thanking Flash, Trinity, Showmax, Josie D Printing, ShopRite, KFC, Pie City, and MetroPie, Fixo Fast Food, TNT, Real Food, Mazet Duck Shop, The Grow Father, Bismillah Meat Market, Pit, even Traders Warehouse, Mr. Aubrey Driving School, Mr. Salt Driving School, and even Metro Rail. Thank you so much for the services you have provided to the Zlto community.
On behalf of the Zlto team, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the following partners: Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation, NK, JobJack, UNICEF, Punza, Ikamva Youth, Yes for Youth, Bits Self Help, All Labs, Africa Tikkun, Nedbank, TIBA, University of Cape Town, Naspers Labs, Moya App, Development Bank of Southern Africa, Department of Science and Innovation, Technology Innovation Agency, Assisa Foundation, Standard Bank, Project Last Mile, and Better Bank. Thank you.
We'd like to thank the following funders: Michael and Susan Dow Foundation, E Squared, Imaginable Futures, Google, MasterCard Foundation, UNICEF, JP Morgan, and last but definitely not least, Art Labs. And then
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our event. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.